Tina, and you're watching On the Road with Dr. Brian.
I don't think I mentioned this, but I live in San Francisco, California. It is by far my favorite place in the country. Well, after Ocean City, Maryland. I think it's a really nice place, actually. But no, I love San Francisco. And like any other city, there's going to be things about it that you don't like. And one of the things I don't like about San Francisco is that there's no good donut shops. If you've ever been out there, I know you didn't come for the donuts. We don't have any good donuts. Now, in my opinion, the greatest donut in the world is the one made by Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is like crack, seriously. They are just that good. They really are. If you haven't tried them, don't. I definitely do not advocate anyone starting that habit. That's a bad route to go down. When I first moved to San Francisco, I'm not native from there. Nobody is, really. When I first moved there, I was disappointed to find out there were no Krispy Kremes. There are no decent donuts in general. And then I learned that the closest Krispy Kreme was about 5 miles south on a highway. Because I'm new to the area, I didn't have a lot of experience driving down that highway. So the first few times I drove down it, it was for the purpose of getting donuts. So I accidentally trained myself to associate donuts with driving down that highway. Now, every time I drive down that highway, for whatever reason, I can't help but to think to myself, hey, Krispy Kreme. It's an idea, it just pops into my head as a response to driving down that highway. So not too long ago, I was driving down that highway, and that thought popped into my head about donuts, and that kicked in a prefrontal analytic process that I'm going to describe like this. Basically, part of my prefrontal brain says, well, we could get Krispy Kreme. Another part of my conscious mind answers back and says, well, we are teaching this course on habit change, trying to make better decisions, healthier decisions. Donuts aren't really a good option. Let's skip the donuts. Another part of my prefrontal cortex answers back and says, well, we could just get one. There's no harm in one donut, right? Yeah. The other part of my conscious mind answers back and says, okay, that's impossible. All right, you can't just get one donut. You're going to get the special donut, a couple of regulars. Before you realize it, it's going to be cheaper to get a dozen. And you're going to end up with a car full of donuts, And of course, the other part of my conscious mind answers back and says, yeah, you're right about that. But they do have good coffee. We were going to stop for coffee anyway. We can just get coffee there. And the other part of my conscious mind answers back and says, okay, quit trying to trick me, all right? We're not just going to get coffee if we stop. So what I'm getting at, what I'm describing, and that's actually a pretty accurate description of the thought process, but what I'm getting at is there's an active debate going on in my prefrontal cortex about whether or not I should pursue this option. And that debate ended when I realized I just parked my car in their parking lot. Like I had no conscious awareness of pulling off the highway and getting into their parking lot. It's as if, and I may anthropomorphize here, but it really is like this. It's as if my nucleus accumbens said, you guys can debate all you want. This represents an opportunity for a tremendous amount of benefit with very little effort. Done it in the past, and we're doing it. And it made that decision without conscious input while my conscious mind was actively thinking about it. Now, I'll end this story for you and just say this. I caught myself at the last minute. I started to get out of the car, and I realized, what am I doing here? I don't want donuts. I got back in the car, and I left. I didn't get any donuts that day. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. No, I got them the next day. And they were delicious, let me tell you. It's been a long tour. But the nice thing about this is that all tour long, I've been talking about donuts. All right, Mom?
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I've been doing bits about eating donuts, and today is the 75th anniversary of Krispy Kreme. So you can see right there in that sign, Krispy Kreme birthday party, baby! Here we are. This place is a madhouse. Look at that. There's cars everywhere. That you can't see it, but the place is packed. The light. Those are more cars in line. They're looping around the block. Parking lot is crazy because they're giving away donuts. So we're gonna go get our donut on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Wow. That's amazing. There's the whole line. All for these, celebrating the birthday, 75th birthday, right there. Donuts.